All right, check it out. These guys that make their way into the inside, pretty crazy area. We'll be back right after this.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back, everybody. Straight into the action. Here we go. In orange, bottom, turning straight off the bottom. Big backflip right there.
Ben Player.
Ben Player, not, it wasn't really big. It was just a medium-sized wave and I mean, it was a backflip. So he's going to get right on the board, right off the bat with that first less than 2 minutes into the heat. Let's take another look.
So Ben now, we see the dark ball, we kind of lose him, you know. It's not really showing up that much, so I'm going to have to talk to Ben about that. Get him on some brighter colours, but he's liking the stealth model at the moment. And yeah, so Ben gets first runs on the board with that backflip. And if it's anything like that last heat, that might score quite well. So we'll see. So this heat, like, it has Jon Florentine, Reunion Islands, Pierre-Louis Costes from France, Ben Player, and Jason Finlay. So Dan and I were talking about this heat before because Dan Savas shapes for Jon and Pierre, and Ben and Jason are on my boards. So whoever loses this heat buys dinner.
Look at this heat. Again, a stacked heat. We saw Jon Florentine absolutely dominate his previous heat. Within the first 5 minutes of that heat, he got 2 solid waves, and those are the 2 waves that he needed to win that heat. Pierre-Louis Costes, we know him. He is the 2011 world champion, and here he is holding his own, just trying to get a little bit higher in the rankings. He is the backflip master. One of the best bodyboarders on the planet from Australia, Ben Player. He can do it all. Jason Finlay won the Fronton Pro last year, and here he is trying to get another win here at Fronton under his belt.
He loves the place. You know, like we said, he came here 2 weeks before, and he's just been ripping it up. He's had awesome waves. Jean-Francois has been filming him. It's on the IBA website. You can see Jace's warm-up sessions, and he loves it out here. So the conditions aren't really Jace's fave, as we see Pierre take off on this one.
Whoa, how dry is his hair right now?
Yeah.
Comes out of that barrel, his hair is still dry, throws a spin there, goes, now it's all wet. PLC getting his hair wet on that first wave. Look at this.
Finlay in the pit, driving straight through that one, and he's like got some sort of connection with this thing because he takes off on an average looking wave and next minute it barrels on him. So, and Jace pulls off there right in front of Pierre, and looks like Pierre can't be bothered with a paddle battle. So, Jace has put in the big ones.
Another look at PLC's first wave. Hair is absolutely dry. Comes out with the spit right there on the medium-sized wave, throws a spin, and that was pretty much all she wrote for PLC on that first wave, but it is a clean, and we're looking at the 5, maybe 6-point range. Jason Finlay keeps looking back to make sure PLC doesn't come up behind him for that priority.
We got scared in the last heat from Ben, but here's Jace's wave straight in the pit, comes out, clean exit, and smacks a little cutty, another cutty. So the boys are wanting that end section to pitch out, but it's not doing it. So, yeah, so 3 scoring waves there for Jace, Pierre, and Ben Player, with Jon Florentine yet to get runs on the board. So we've got 25 minutes into this heat, 5 minutes into this heat, and all the guys are going to be going, you know, for first position because it does get you straight through to the quarterfinal, and that means you can sit back on your plastic chair at the side here and a couple of rounds off, and think about who you're going to get in that heat. So the quarterfinals are man-on-man or 4-man?
Round number 5 is man-on-man. From this point on, it will be man-on-man heats after this heat here that you see currently out in the water. Take a look at what's going down. These are 30-minute heats. Top 2 waves are scored 15 wave maximum. We haven't seen anybody come even close to that, but essentially it's if you catch 15 waves, you have to come directly back to the beach but nobody's even come close to that because everybody's waiting for those solid waves. So they're taking their time. PLC, Jan, Jason, all looking for that first place spot. First place in this round, this is the last heat, goes straight to the quarterfinals.
Scores have dropped for that wave exchange with Jason Finlay scored a 5.88. So he jumps into first place. Ben Player's still second with a 5.25. Goes down to second place with a 5.25. Pierre's backflip got him a 4.38. Was it a backflip? I don't know what I'm talking about here.
Oh, wait a second. Live action. Look at this section. Oh, Ben Player attacks it with a forward air right there and just holds on by the skin of his teeth, just makes that landing and pulls it off. Great wave right there for Ben Player. And PLC on the left. Big backflip right there on the left. Pulls it off flawlessly again. The lefts are going to be short, punchy, and you're going to see just one maneuver on those.
Well, if the rights are doing the same now, then the left might be an option because before you go right, you could, thread the pit, come out of that, and then smack something off the inside. But that wasn't happening, or isn't happening now. As we look at Ben Player,
look at that
bowl
section.
on that, bang, critical move right there.
Look how he
lands
maintains.
back in the pocket and gets swamped on the inside. So that'll be a scoring wave there for Ben.
Oh, my. So we got the action ready to go. It looks like this is another look at PLC's big backflip right there. And, again, PLC can do those things in his sleep. Out the back, live action.
Jan Florentine on his first wave. And he just he's got through that one. No, that's his board with no rider connected to it. So you wonder if Pierre, if he keeps pulling the same moves, if the judges will get bored from that, Matty, okay, he's doing the same move, nothing new, like skaters, they want to throw in variations. If one guy's doing the same move time and time again, and in conditions like this, then maybe the judges want a bit more from him, Like, will he be handicapped in that way, you think, or they don't really care about that, They just go for what the move is and where he pulls it.
I think the judges are in tune with that, and I think PLC knows that as well, so he will mix it up. It looks like everybody's paddling out, and we have a short second, but we do have the winner of the last heat with Alex Leon. Alex, where you at, brother?
Yep, ready. Yeah, thanks, Manny. Down here again with Dave Winchester. I got the results of that last one again. I'm sick of looking at this thing and seeing first Dave Winchester. Unbelievable. Every time I look down at this score sheet, oh yeah, another one. Through to the quarters now. Hub's made his quarter. Tension builds.
Yeah, you love it, Leo. You love me being there, mate.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep doing the same thing. I just got to keep winning the heats, and someone's got to try and knock him out. Come on, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, we saw his heat go down, and Uri Valadar, we thought he would have popped him into second or third, but still came back and fought on, so he's still a battler.
Yeah, no, let's be honest. He's been surfing good. I'm not going to lie. I just got to hopefully surf good on my side of the draw, and hopefully he doesn't get there, and I do.
Yeah, well, you've done well. I mean, textbook inverts, you're throwing them out, left, right and centre.
Yeah, everyone loves a good old pool chair, don't they?
You want to say a shout out to the family?
Yeah, to my wife and kids, they're probably sleeping. My wife might be up. I love you, and I'll see you guys soon, and my family back home and all the friends and supporters.
You. All right, it's heating up down here in the tent. Let's see if Winnie can take this out. Back to you boys in the booth.
Welcome back, and congratulations to Dave Winchester, the winner of the last heat, catapulting straight to the quarterfinals. This is the NMD versus Fronton Pro, brought to you by Alpha Campaign, uriding.com, and we're going to take another look at what went down during the interview. Jason Finlay.
Jason's in the pit here, gets a cover up, pulls up high, comes out, little cutty reverse on the inside there. So you see we were talking before, I think it was Sasha Specker's wave. He got pinched down low. On that wave, Jace was high, came out the top, and that's the way it seems to be with this tide in these conditions. So
riders have to keep their eye on what is going on the wave, and they do. I mean, that's why they are where they are. They're in round number 4, the last heat of round number 4, a non-elimination heat, which means each of these riders will ride again. Third and fourth will go straight into round number 5 coming up next. Second place will go to round number 6, and first place in this heat will go to the quarterfinals. So that's what's in store in this heat right now, and that's the one spot they want to be first place. They get to bypass 2 heats and take the rest of the day off.
It's worth the effort. And Pierre, we were talking about Pierre's backflip there on the left-hander, and it did pay dividends. He's got a 6.38 and a 6.95. So in previous heats they weren't scoring those left-handers very high, but it's changed. You know, the judges changed with the conditions. And we see Pierre-Louis Costes in first place.
Ben Player in second, needing a 6.08 for first, and Jason Finlay 6.63 for second. And in combination, having yet to catch a wave, Johan Florentine, who is absolutely doing the opposite of what he did in his last heat, which was catch solid waves from the get-go. Now he has yet to catch a wave, and it's already 11 minutes have gone by in this heat. So, question about boards, if you have one, get on our Facebook page. Cores.
Yo.
Mez, do we see a future in cores? What are the best cores? Let's start off with this one. The best cores for the water temperature here at Fronton.
Well, I mean, you want to have a core that's, you know, don't be too stiff. I mean, the water temperatures here aren't freezing cold, but they are cooler than, let's say, Hawaii or Mexico. Definitely cooler than Mexico. So a polypropylene board here with, you know, say a carbon fiber string is going to be way too stiff, especially a brand new one. So a lot of the guys that do like polypropylene boards will ride a broken in board, a board they've ridden for, you know, a month or a few weeks. They've got a bit of a sweet spot in it. Some guys, like since the demise of the PE boards, you know, guys really aren't riding that. So we've got a new core called NRG, which is a new lightweight, softer core. Some other guys are rocking EFC type cores and paradox cells, as we see.
Johan Florentine on his first wave right there. Nice deep barrel right there. Looking for that last section to do a move, but nothing was there. But a nice clean barrel. That's his first wave.
That was actually his second wave, as we see Jace Finlay here on about his third. Nice little backflip, which is not something we usually see from Jace. So he's showing the boys that he can do it all. And we have a paddle battle.
Here we go. Jason Finlay is actually way ahead of Johan. Will Johan stay on him and see if he can get him to get out there quicker? I don't know if we can pan to the... we'll get back to the paddle battle, but Johan Florentine's second wave, you are correct. Thank you, hubby guys. And look at this. Comes out on the foam ball. Johan Florentine on his second wave, a solid barrel for that.
So he's got our water handed to us by Jeff Hubbard, which is nice. The guy's, you know, contest mode, but he can still look after the boys in the box.
Well, actually, he has the day off. He catapulted straight to the quarterfinals, which won't go until the next day of competition. But here's another look at
Jace's backflip. Nice landing. You know, it wasn't overly big, but he did what he had to do. Another spin, and he's out. So it's a pretty good heat, Manny. You know, we've got the guys pulling the moves. The waves aren't massive, but they're doing what they can with the best of the conditions, doing the best they can in the conditions they've got. So yeah, back to core. Yeah, so a lot of guys are riding the softer cores at the moment, like the new formulations of polypropylene and other materials. So they're called different names, but they're essentially the same stuff. And we all have different ways of actually manufacturing. When you've got the core, we add different things to it to give it different attributes of flex and rebound and recoil. So you got a lot of combination cores coming out now in stringer varieties. It's been quite a big explosion of ideas these last, say, year and a half to 2 years. And we've got, I've got my parabolic core. I know Pierre here is riding a new radial flex core from the guys at Pride, which is, I won't disclose what it is. That's their gig. And, maybe they can discuss that at a later date. Yeah, we've got Mitch with his torsion stringer. We've got guys that are breaking down, not breaking, busting down doors, but they're inventing stuff. And we see Pierre with his, his new board there, just riding through the pit, launching off the lip with an ARS and flicking that long hair out of his face. Yeah, so we've got stringer variations, softer flex stringers, things. There's variable flex. We've got stringer systems that are coming up. I know we've got something we're working on now, which I can't reveal too much, but it's going to be a bit of a game changer, we think. And yeah, Mitch has really, opened things up with it. His torsion stringer. I know Mike Stewart's working on some flex stuff. Which I won't reveal because he'll probably bash me. But,
yeah, he would.
But, Mike, he's a mad scientist, so he's away back in Hawaii and didn't come out to Canary Islands this time, so he's just working. I'm sure it's pumping over there in Hawaii, so he's got his new boards that he's putting through the paces over there. So, yeah, I mean, it's happening now. It's going to keep happening. The next 2 years or so, we're going to see some big developments come out. And Pierre, he's just getting all the waves. Nice.
Air forward
there.
Nice little slow motion air forward from PLC. And
Ben Player's on the next one right behind it. So see if Ben can one-up Pierre. And air reverse. Wow. A big move on a small wave, you know. We got Pierre with the air forward, and then Ben comes straight up behind him and smacks out of air reverse. We'll see how those two are judged. And these guys, they're having to work on those paddle outs, Matty. You know, there's someone right up their clacker and out they go, you know, boom, boom, boom. So they'll be knackered after this heat. Pierre's wave.
PLC comes off the bottom. Nice, clean little slow motion air forward 360 on that one right there. That was a pretty incredible wave right there for PLC.
He did everything he could on that wave, Matty. Like, so, you know, nice landing. And here's Ben's wave. We'll analyze this one. Looks at the lip. Jams the air reverse. It lands that nice too. I mean, air reverses are hard to land. So two high scoring waves from the riders in white and orange.
That was pretty much how to do an air forward and an air reverse spin. If you want to learn how to do it, just watch those two waves, and you'll just study it. And they did them both perfect.
Well, they're pulling these moves in smaller waves, and it's hard to do. I mean, you know, to pull in a big wave is harder to land, but it's easy to get the projection because you have the speed and the size. Smaller stuff, it's a risky move, but these guys want to have that armchair right into the quarterfinal.
So where does the future end with the cores? Is there an end to different combination of cores and you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. How long's a piece of string? You know, guys will continue to innovate, and things will, you know, will come from left field and they'll develop stuff. As Johan Florentine here on the left-hander, little backflip and off the back pretty much. Yeah,
I don't know if the judges are going to score that as high as he would like, because as soon as you land, you're actually on the other side of the wave. Taking a look at this one.
Ben Player.
Oh, watch out, Johan! It looked like he was flying over Johan Florentine on that one. But again, lands it perfect, but...
is that a make? You know, like he kept going. There's a little wave there, but is that a make?
Exactly. We're going to sit down with the judges later on tonight and get their opinion in so we can tell you guys tomorrow. But again, another beautiful day here at the NMD versus Fronton Pro. Here's another look at Johan Florentine. He went up for a big flip there on the end right there. And then with a wave exchange, it was Ben Player with a big maneuver as well. But all the riders heading out to the peak right now. We're down to the last 12 minutes of the last heat in round number 4. Again, a non-elimination round out in the water. First goes to quarters. Here's Ben Player once again.
Perfect air forward there. Lands and the wave's still going. He's on the side of the wave, like a back wave behind the wave. But we'll see what the judges think of that.
Yeah.
So Ben's got a 7.25 and a 5.25. He gets a 7.5 for that. So he leapfrogs Pierre-Louis and goes straight into first place.
All right, so here we go. Once again, welcome to the NMD versus Fronton Pro, brought to you by the Alpha Campaign, You Riding, and Up and Riding. Right now, we have Johan Florentine. Nice barrel ride. Is he going to come out with a spit? Gets a little pushed outside of the barrel, but you know what? Has enough time to do a roll. So that's what we saw earlier from Johan Florentine, a nice combination of barrel and maneuver on each of his waves. So getting back into rhythm.
He had a nice extension on that roll. You know, like he came out, extended the arms, full rotation, nice landings. We'll watch this again when we get going. Okay, a bit of technical difficulties there, if we can say that. So the boys in the control booth there just going back through the hard drive to figure that one out. But everything's run pretty smoothly so far.
Everything's
We're not hassling them. They're pretty big guys, so there we go. So
here's another look at Johan Florentine from Reunion Island. Slides under the pit right there and comes out and has enough time to bust a nice extended roll right there. So Johan Florentine getting back on track, currently in that 4th position, now trying to better his other score. Here's a different angle. You can see him creep under and just barely escape that lip. Nice extended roll to finish off that wave, Johan Florentine. Woo, so another warm day here in the outskirts of Galdar, out on the water. We are in the northwest corner of Gran Canaria, one of 7 islands here in the Canaria island chain. And look at this set coming in. PLC turns around. Look at this right-hander, slides under the pit. Big barrel, getting some tube time, comes out clean. Now look at this. Goes for a nice extended roll, playing the conservative card. He has another move right here and another roll. Definitely the highest scoring wave of the heat for sure.
Well, that'll undoubtedly take him back into first position with that wave. So,
Wow.
wonder if anyone got anything behind that. So
Ooh,
who's that?
look at a little
That-
paddle battle on the other side, on the left. I wonder if there was a split peak on that. We will
Yeah.
take another look. Johan Florentine paddling out from the left.
That's
Oh
Ben
my.
Player, I think, in orange. His Pierre's wave once again straight in the pit there, stalling the whole time.
Oh, look at that.
Comes out, clean roll right here, boom, straight back into the pit.
Nice.
Comes through, rolls out again under the white water. High scoring wave there for Pierre. He'll be stoked with that one.
Incredible. So there you have it. PLC, a solid score. Still waiting for those scores to drop from PLC on that wave.
Needed a 7.8 to get ahead of Ben, so we'll see if he got that.
Press refresh on the score there. I don't know if it went, but yes, again, this is the NMD versus Fronton Pro winding down the last heat of round number 4. Johan Florentine, Pierre-Louis, Ben Player, Jason Finlay out in the water. Here's another look of PLC's last wave. Just a perfect clean bottom turn. Scoops under the barrel, clocks some serious barrel time right there, and then finds the opening perfectly. Goes for a nice extended roll. Able to maintain, re-engage his rail onto the face of the wave, and lucky for him, finds another section on the inside. Great wave for PLC.
Well, the barrel roll, the L roller was the better choice there. If he did a backflip, he would have harder to stick the landing, then it wouldn't have got that third move in. And that third move will have given him, made that score just that much better.
Yeah, look at
So
that. Oh,
he chose the right move there. And here we have another one coming through. And who's this in position? Is that Ben?
it looks like in the orange jersey down the way, Ben Player. In red, we do have Johan Florentine currently in 4th. In green, we have Jason Finlay. In white, PLC in 2nd, and Ben Player in the orange jersey.
Still waiting for that score to drop from Pierre's last wave.
Oh my, another beautiful day here at Fronton on the northwest corner of Gran Canaria. We're about 200 kilometers away from the Moroccan coast on the African continent. And let me tell you something, this place is magical. Some of the ruins of some of the first inhabitants are still intact. I mean, you can just take a few steps back here and we're right in a very spiritual, very special place here in Galdar.
Well, the original, the Aborigines of this country, of this island, were some strange giant race. Am I right? They were like some 6 foot, 7 foot bloody Nordic people. They were huge. The skeletons they've found here are just bizarre. They don't know how they got here. So, we'll try and find one of the local boys to get more of the info on that. But yeah, very arid place, very dry, no water. Not a lot of farming. Everything has to be shipped in or flown in. So basically a tourist island, but very beautiful at the same time. The water's so clean and clear, and the air's so fresh. When you come from a city like Indonesia or Surabaya, which is 6 million people and industrial, the air's just smoggy and just intoxicating. Whereas you come to a place like this and take a few deep breaths and the lungs start working again and go, okay.
Well, here's the current situation out in the water. 6 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. Manny V here with Nick Mesritz. We do have scores dropping in on our little pad over here, but keep your eyes on the water. On the screen, and there it is. PLC jumps straight into first place with that 7.88 ride. A solid score right there for PLC. Currently now in that first place position. Ben Player now, if he wants that first place spot, 7.34. Jason Finlay, he needs a 7.74 for first, and Johan Florentine needing a 9.05. The NMD versus Fronton Pro is live and direct from the northwest corner of Gran Canaria. This event brought to you by uriding.com, Alpha Campaign, 662 Mob, and Like Bodyboarding. Actually, uriding has set up an incredible 14 days of competition of their own. Go to uriding.com. They post up a wave of the day. For the past few days, it has been the best score ridden on these waves. And if you get the best score, you're going to win some real-life prizes. And Mundaka is the wave of the day today. And you can walk away with a nice package from the crew at Medusa, one of the biggest Spanish magazines, I believe. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Round number 4, ticking away for the last heat of round number 4.
5 minutes to go, Manny, in this
5
heat.
minutes.
And we have Pierre-Louis Costes in first place. Ben Player, Australia second. Jason Finlay in third. And Johan Florentine from Reunions in fourth and on this wave.
Oh, nice projection right there from Johan Florentine. Able to land it, get out in front of the section, and cuts out of that one. Nice maneuver from Johan Florentine. He is looking for an 8.97 and a 9.5 for second and first place, respectively. But this is not going to do it, but a solid score will definitely be one of his biggest scores. Look at that big ARS right there.
These guys' backs must get hammered. You know, like that's what's taking the shock of those landings. And you see the boys doing like a lot of core strength now, you know, to work on that area around the torso, you know, to sort of prepare for that sort of stuff. So
that's what you're seeing from a lot of these top riders is they're actually being serious about their physical fitness. Look at this one. Deep hit. Oh, my. Comes out of that nice clean barrel clean. It does a nice backflip right there to end that wave on the smaller part of the wave. Unbelievable. Woo!
Ben's starting to get a bit of rhythm going here. You know, he's just like the barrels are coming to him and he positions himself so well in that stuff. And we'll see that on the replay. Just drops and sets himself up and comes straight through that one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we are going into round number 5. There are 4 heats in round number 5. It is going to be interesting as
set out the back, Manny.
We go man-on-man into round number 5. Look at this. In position, PLC.
Driving through that one, Pierre.
Oh.
Nice little exit. Comes through on the inside. What can he do here? Nice roll. So, yeah, not as deep as Ben, I don't think. I mean, maybe it was the angle of the camera. But a good wave, a slightly bigger wave than Ben's. And that'll keep him up the top or thereabouts. So we have 3 minutes to go. Here's a replay, Ben's wave.
Oh,
backdoors the section, comes out, looks eyes the next section. Doesn't really happen for him too early and just smacked a little backflip or ARS off that one.
Jason Finlay and Johan Florentine waiting patiently now as sets starting to roll in. Look how... I mean, there's so much water behind these waves as they unload on the shallow reefs. Look how clear it is. That's how shallow it is outside. And now imagine the bigger waves with less water underneath you. It's incredible what these guys are doing out here. Nice, clean barrel ride right there for Ben Player. And he comes to the inside. Nice backflip to end that wave right there. Very hard to do in that situation, but Ben pulls it off like, easy.
Well, Ben skipped the Puerto Rico event and... he's practicing back at home at Avalon. So here we see Pierre's wave, a bigger wave than Ben's. And then he comes through, little cutty setup here, bangs a roll, and it'll be a solid wave from Pierre. So that score for Ben, I think, has dropped, I believe, was a 7.05, as we have Johan Florentine here getting shoulder charged by that wave. And it just said, no, mate, you're not getting in there. Try again.
Oh, man, I believe he had priority out there, and that may have...
The set's on the horizon. We can hear from the guys next to us, and Jace Finlay is in position with 1:30 to go. Sorry to interrupt, Manny.
No, Johan Florentine may have just lost his opportunity to jump into that second-place spot, but look at this. Jason Finlay, bottom turn, slides under the pocket, gets inside the barrel, and then comes out with a big invert.
Can he land that?
Can he get out in front of the whitewash? Jason Finlay, is he lost in the whitewash or did he come out in front of it? We will
lost him. Where is he?
Oh, my. I can't believe it. What is going on with Jason Finlay? But look at this monster. It is our boy dropping in on this one. Ben Player slides under the pocket. No way. Can he come out? Oh, he finds the exit. Ben Player able to maintain and hold his rail through that giant cavern.
A bit of grin on the face there from Benny boy. He's happy with that.
I thought he was done, but he was able to get above that shockwave and ride it out. Unbelievable barrel riding skills right there from BP.
Well, he was feeling sick before his first heat today. I was having a chat to him, and he wasn't feeling too good. Headache, gut ache. So maybe a bit too much aioli. So, but he'll be happy with that one. Here we see Jace's wave. Stalls for the barrel. He had to battle through this one. Not a big wave, but massive invert.
Big invert.
Thought he had it here, but he just got B-slap from the back.
Ah, that was a solid wave right there. But Ben Player's barrel ride, that was incredible. Look at Johan Florentine taking a look at this left-hander. He knows time is winding down. In fact, about 10 seconds remaining. That could be the end of the show. We are still waiting for scores to drop from Ben Player And here's another look at that deep barrel ride. Look how far back he is. There he is. He finally pops out after the spit, and he comes out onto the face of the wave. Solid barrel ride from Ben Player. That is it. Look at these waves still coming in, unloading. Oh, my. Welcome to bodyboarding paradise, people. This is El Fronton on the northwest corner of Gran Canaria. Oh, doctor.
I think there was